family, doctors are for broken bones and state laws. Anything else my mom can fix. And it's true. Before she was a mom, she was a nurse. And after she was a mom, she studied all forms of alternative medicine, ultimately earning 2 degrees in homeopathic care. And I alone, among all of my siblings, never challenged any of her ways. I think because in a family of 6 kids, I was going to take that one-on-one time any way I could get it. A central tenet of homeopathy is that there's a connection between the mind and the body. So anytime I went to her with a malady of any kind, ranging from sore throat to sore muscle, we had to talk about it. We have a long and deep conversation about every detail of my physical and emotional life before she'd finally give me a remedy. And since she's basically been my primary care physician for my entire life, I'm pretty comfortable talking to her about just about any topic you could imagine, often to the chagrin of my boyfriend. Then I found a lump in my breast. Now, I was 33, really good health, 0 history of cancer of any kind in my family. Chances are it was going to be nothing. But even Mom agreed this was a pretty good opportunity to use some medical technology. Well, the biopsy revealed it was benign, but it might not stay that way, so it should probably be removed. When I called my mom to tell her, she said, well, great, now that we know what it is, we can start talking about some options. Options? How many ways are there to just cut this thing out? But that's when I realized the diagnosis meant 2 very different things to us. To me, I heard, well, cut it out, close this chapter, and move on. She heard, now we can enter the treatment phase. She said, come on, they said you've got like 2 years before it turns into anything. Let's use that time, let's play around, let's see what we can do. Now, to be fair, my mom has an unblemished track record. She successfully cured every cough, cold, ache, blemish, rash, anything anyone has ever brought to her. And in 33 years, I had never regretted following her advice. Which is why it was awkward when she proposed a treatment that would dissolve the lump so I could dispose of it naturally, and my gut reaction was, oh, no, no. But we compromised. I said I would start taking the treatment if I could also schedule the consultation with the surgeon. So we were exploring fully both options. But for me, the debate really was never between traditional or alternative medicines. For me, the debate was only whether or not this was going to be the moment that I defied my mom in a substantial way for the first time in my life. The only thing that felt worse than going rogue on my mom was letting this lump stay inside me for a millisecond longer than it needed to. Plus, cutting it out just felt so much more satisfying than dissolving it. And that is the basis that I used to make my decision. But I couldn't picture how my mom was going to handle it. So I called my sister, who has way more experience defying my mom, and I said, what's going to happen? What if she never speaks to me again? And my sister said, she'll get over it. She got over it when he started wearing colored underwear. She'll get over this. Because I'd forgotten about the great underwear rebellion of 1998. See, my mom believed that underwear should be white because it's only clean when it's bleached. I never questioned it. And I got to college, and I saw this rainbow array of panties on my dorm mates. I didn't tell my mom straight out. When she discovered it, she came out of the laundry room waving a pair of bright green panties and saying, what am I supposed to do with this? But ultimately, my sister was right, and she got over it. Or at least quietly accepted it. So I scheduled the surgery. But I couldn't figure out how to tell her. So again, I just didn't. I let her discover it through my sister. And she quietly accepted it. And even though no mention was made again of the alternative treatment, our conversations leading up to the surgery got kind of awkward and stilted and distant. But she was still the first call I made, straight out of recovery, drugged up and babbling like Lindsay Lohan on, well, any day. And she listened as I went over every gory, awful detail of the surgery. Well, I'm pretty sure she listened. She probably could have put the phone down and had a square dance, I wouldn't have noticed. But, what really matters is that the next day, when I called her back, coherent, she listened again and again and again. And our conversations started to get more emotional and more deep and just more normal, which is when I learned that Even though she may not always be my primary care physician, she will always be my mom.